Charmaine with Cheerful Greetings, and today I have a very short tutorial, but it's going to make something that you can give as a gift, and you might want to make plenty of them for yourself because it will hold some of your goodies that you've made in the past. I'll show you what I mean in just a moment. Now, I have a 12 by 12 piece of cardstock, and the first thing I'm going to do is cut off the white trim, and we'll just set it like that, and if I cut, I will go right straight down the line. There we go. Now, I want a piece 8.5 by 11. Well, you say, well, why didn't you get that to begin with? Well, the main reason I got my 12 by 12, and especially this particular piece of 12 by 12, is because it's double-sided. And I'm going to have a hard time trying to decide which is the one I want on the outside. But we'll see about that when we get to it. Now, the next thing I want to do is cut my 11 off. Well, no, I'm going to cut my 8.5 off because that way I'll have more left over in one spot. So, this area here is kind of faded out. So I'm going to cut it this way. That's just the natural coloring of the paper. So I don't know why it's like that, but it is. Okay, I want 8.5. Let's see, gotta turn it this way. That's the way I want it. Okay, we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.5 is right here. So we have a little line that you can go down, make sure it's straight. Okay. That gave me a pretty good size piece left over here. And the next measurement I want is 11. So in reality, the only thing I'm going to be doing is cutting off an inch. And this scoring thing only comes to 10 inches this direction. So that kind of presents a problem. So what it amounts to is I want to cut off an inch. We'll do it this way. Have it like I had it to begin with. And I'm going to go down here to my 1 inch marker. I have a line there. It comes straight down here. It helps when you have a cutter that has lines on it that you can follow. Okay, we'll put this on here so it doesn't move. I want to make sure I have it straight. Okay, we're going to plop that on there to hold it. And then we'll just cut down an inch. So this should be 8.5 by 11. As I say that, I'm going to have a hard time trying to decide what I want to be the inside, what I want to be the outside. Now, I have not shown you a finished sample yet. I've done that on purpose. I want you to see how easy it is to make, and then I'll show you what we're going to make. First, I have my scoring board here. Now here's a little math for everyone. My piece is 8.5 by 11, and I want to divide it in half, and that gives me 5.5. Just trying to get my eyeballs straight. Okay, I'm going to just fold it over this way. Now, I think, even though I have scored it, I'm going to go this way. I think I'm going to let this be my outside. And even though I scored it, I'm going to do it like this, push it up against there, and press it out. Here we go. I think that looks nice. It's a very pretty front. And in a way, it's hard to tell which way is up and which way is down. But this, as far as I'm concerned, this is the way it's going to be. Now, I want to keep my scoring board out. Now, this is going to be my top. So we're going to work with the bottom. And I want to score 2 inches at the bottom. Now, if you want, you can opt to pick another number besides 2, depending on what you're going to use this for. But I chose 2 inches. Okay, now that's all the scoring we need to do. We've done all of our cutting. And we've done all of our scoring. Now we're going to do the detail work to this. And I will show you what I mean in just a second. Okay. Next on this, I'm going to round the corners at the top. Okay, now I could round the corners at the bottom, but I think I'm going to leave it as is. What I am going to do is see, we've got, I'm going to fold this over and so you can see what we have. Folds like this. But we've got a lot of bulk here. So I have a line that's already been marked by the tool. So I'm going to cut this almost to the bottom. I'd say I have left a good 1/4 of an inch. And then I'm going to cut another little piece out to the center of it. And another little piece on the other side. So what I'm doing is actually cutting myself a little triangle. There we go. Now, this is cut. My next thing, besides gluing the edges, so I'll have to glue here, and I'll probably glue here. But before I do that, I want to laminate it. So I'm going to fix my laminator, and then we'll laminate it, glue the two areas, and then we'll decorate the front, and it'll be finished. All right, I have my piece, my projects out here now, and I want to laminate half of it. This is what you call your laminating pouch. You open it up like that, and you put your piece in like this and fold it over, run it through. But that will laminate that side, and it will laminate this side. But I don't want to do that. I just want to laminate the one side. So what I'm going to do is get my cutter, and I'm going to cut it in half, and you have the one half to work with. Now, when you have your piece that's been cut, like the one I've got there, what you need to do beforehand is decide which is the slick side and which is the, okay, what you want to do, I've got another pouch here so I can explain it to you. Okay, what you want to do is look at this, and you'll see that the dull side is on the inside, and that's what you want facing your piece of cardstock, is the dull side. So I'm going to put the dull side down here. And it's, since this is 8.5 by 11, it's going to be close. Since I'm having trouble seeing my cardstock on the pouch, I'm going to do the paper first. Put the paper down. Put this on top of it, like this. And I see that matches just barely. This goes on top of it. Okay, I have my typing paper and everything here. Now, and I showed you that the packet has the dull side and the shiny side. The dull side is going to be next to my cardstock. I cut that packet in half. When I did, I kind of left a little lip, so my piece will go right in it. The reason being, this is almost the same size as the laminate packet or pouch. Now, I have the cardstock on the side that I want laminated, which is underneath the flowers. I'm going to use this to act as a runner or a carrier, and I'm going to hook it into this fold that was cut or left, shall we say, when I cut the packet in half. And I'm just trying to get this inside that fold. Let me get get it started here. Just about got it. I ran my finger down the packet. Okay, so we got a little hangover here of the laminate. Now, I've got a little piece here that I'm afraid might ruin my machine. So I'm going to get my machine, and after I get it started, you will see that I add this to it. That way, the little piece will be hung onto that. So let me get my laminator. It's heating up now, and as soon as the green light gets dark, that means it's ready. I will probably run it through twice anyway. I could have a smaller second piece of copy paper, but actually the larger piece will work better for me. And I heard a little snap, so that should mean that it's about ready. So we'll send it through and see what happens. Okay, it's going through, and it goes at its own speed, which is slow. It doesn't have a fast speed or anything. It's all slow. So we have to just wait and see what happens when it comes out. Okay. We're just about through. Take the carrier off. I'll take the second piece off. And there we go. Nice shine to the outside. And the inside is plain. Now, you'll see all this area over here. But we fixed that. That's just the kind of trim. We'll just move the laminator that's still a little on the warm side over a little bit. And I'm going to take a pair of scissors. I want to make sure this looks like it's heated enough. I guess it is. I'll put on the glasses so I can see what's plastic and what is cardstock. Okay, now what I want to do, I'm going to trim the bottom first. I want to go in here and trim right up to the edge of the cardstock. Okay, we'll get all these pieces of plastic up. Now, we'll look at what we have here. And it will still fold up, just like we had planned. And then it'll fold over like this. And that's our little booklet, album, folio. I've got to glue this and glue this. So let me get a couple things moved around here and get out some stuff to decorate it with. Okay, I've got a couple of things here that I'm playing with. Cut me a piece of ribbon. I think I'll put this on here like this. And I will glue it before I put the flaps up. I'll be using double-sided tape because this is slick. And then I'm going to use a piece of this. And this, I'm just going to put on here like this. And that's sticky in itself. Now, I'll be working with something there to put on that. So let me get these two things done, and then I'll get out my stickers or other miscellaneous stuff that I have. I think this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put my lace on with double-sided tape, and I just stuck this on. This is a magic mesh. It has its bottom side here, the roll is sticky. So we'll get those two done, and then we'll see what other kind of embellishment I can put on it.
Done.
Okay, now what I have done is I went ahead and put double-sided tape, and I ran my tape all the way around, put my lace on it, and that sticks fine. This is my magic mesh, and it comes already sticky. And what I'm going to do next, I think, this is kind of bending backwards, and I think the reason is because it's not as heavy a piece of cardstock as I'm usually working with, but I think it'll straighten up later. I've got to put me a hole in the middle, and will get me a pricker to do that with. Let's see, maybe we'll try the lighter color. Well, this one came off. This is the piece that came off here. It's stuck underneath there. For some reason it well, what I'll do is put this on here like this. The piece that's sticky, then I'll put a little glue on where it came off. See, there's a lot of things that you can do to your stuff when things goof up. Now this, the top part is still sticky. So we're just gonna do it like this, and I still have my 3-dimension there. And this rose may be a little on the large side. We'll see. I can go like that. And there's a piece. Now I've got Oops, I forgot this is glued. It's got to set up. What I need to do now is put a hole in the middle, and I'll show you why in a few minutes. In the meantime, I think I'll put this up. Don't believe I need anything else here. Let's see what this is. Let's do a kind of flower. I don't think we need that. Now, I'm gonna have to put this here like this and let it set up. So we'll let that set up for a few minutes, and then I will get the closure on it. Okay, I think the outside's right pretty. That's all we're going to do for right now. We're going to let that sit up, and we'll go ahead and get the pricker, and then I will have to dig me up some elastic string. So let's just judge right here. That's where I'm going to put my hole. Right there. And we'll set this aside for now and put our closure on in a few minutes. Okay, we have basically finished this little album or folio. I've got my flowers on here which match my print of my folio. It has the mesh underneath it, the sticky mesh. You call that magic mesh. It's, I don't know if that's the brand name or not, but it comes with the stickiness. It comes in a roll and comes with its own stickiness. And I put the lace on the bottom, on the outside. I have glued the two ends here of this one here, and in the center, and then the center and on the end here. So now I have threaded, I have made a hole here, and I've threaded one piece of my elastic threading net. This has a lot of pull. I think it seems like hundreds of pieces of this, and the way I got them is a lot of people give me used cards to take things off of them, and so many of them have this elastic threading on it, and so I clip them off. Some of them even have tassels, so I get them off the old cards. Even if I don't want the card, I still want this because this is really useful. Now I'm going to thread the other piece, but before I do that, I'm going to put a little charm on it, and we'll see how that works out. Okay. Now the reason this is crinkled up here is because I untied it from the card that it was on. And we're going to try to thread this through here again. Let's see what we can do. All right. Okay, to show you, this is how I made my hole. I used my little pricker here. This is a very valuable tool. You can use this for everything. Main thing is keep it closed up when you're not using it, because if you pick it up the wrong way, it really hurts. I should know, because I've stuck it into me many, many times. Okay, I've got my thread in here, and I have put my little charm on it. So let's see what we have here. I'm just going to pull it through. Now, I'm not sure exactly how much of a loop I want on the other side, but depending on the size, that determines how much I'm going to get in my folio. Of course, I can only get but so much because this is only so big. The little pocket's only so big. So let me tie me a little knot here. Now, there we go. This goes over, and you can let your little key hang down here. Now, this is not tight. It's tight enough for it to be empty. It's tight enough there, but it'll be better after I put some stuff in it. And I think what I'm going to do is put a bunch of tags in it. I don't have my tags here right now, but I think I'll put some tags in it. Now, I have another one I did a good while ago. Here's this one, and it has a cat on some kind of burlap material and a square and a little flower there, and that's has a couple of cards in it. And this is something you could give someone a gift. You could hold a gift or whatever you like. And then this, I think this is a little tighter than the one I've got made here. Let me see. Because I haven't tied my bow all the way, my knot all the way. So I can tighten it just a little bit. So let's do that now. And I'm tying a square knot. And I'll cut the ends off. I'll have to dig out my scissors. I'll cut the ends off, and then this will go across just like this. And it's kind of odd that if you notice, I didn't put it in the center. I put it in the area above because I was having a little trouble with this staying down. But I think after I put some stuff in it, it will be fine. Let's see. And this is the back of this one, just plain. Just like this. Same idea. Except I've got a little more decoration on this one. I've got the lace, which I kind of like. Now let's see. I've got some of my paper bags here that I made in my last video. Let's just put a couple things in here and see how they do. The bag is kind of thick, so it may only hold one. And we'll just put one over here. There we go. And then my little with other stuff. You see, they go like this, and you can pull one out. As I said, I did not put an eyelet in my hole. I just made a plain hole because I don't think it's really necessary. Well, anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you liked the little folio. It doesn't take any time to make. And it's very, very easy. And you don't have to laminate. I just want it laminated, number one, to keep it clean, and so I can just, keep it. Well, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please come back and see me and see what I have in store for you for next time. In the meantime, try and make you one of these. Remember, I used a 12 by 12 and I cut it down to a 8.5 by 11 piece of cardstock. Folded up 2 inches for my little pockets. And that's it. I mean, that only takes a few minutes or so. And come back and see me. I look forward to having you join me next time. And don't forget, please subscribe. Bye.